Tozama gogo nomkhulu sakwasendoda lesogogo bathini bathu mavula kuvela emzilami emadoda. Auntie Usha. Namhlanje I'm saying don't bounce back to prove a point. Gogo, I've started working with him. Gogo, I know him, we grew up together. Do you know those statements? Gogo, we grew up together, but look at where he is today. He's a famous individual, is what. Gogo, we used to be in the same school together. I used to sit with him on the same desk. She was my friend, he was my boyfriend, was what. Gogo, I know that person, you know, abantu engibaziyo Gogo, they are very far from me and everything. Gogo, she left me because of I'm unemployed. Gogo, he left me for another woman. Gogo, he promised to get married, that we were going to get married. Gogo, this, Gogo, that, Gogo. When things were tough, I was there for her. Now things are okay for her. She forgets about me. Gogo, so I want to bounce back, Gogo. Gogo, you know, if I can have something, Jena, just to prove it to him, Oguti, Nami, I'm a better person and everything. Gogo, my mom took them to school today. They call my mom Umtagati and everything. Gogo, this, Gogo, this, Gogo, this. To me, if you are on that chapter, you are not ready to make it in life. You're not. You're not ready. Because all you want to do is to prove a point. That's all. You want to do it for them. You want to be successful for them. Gogo, you know, I can't even buy myself a decent t-shirt. You know, now it's festive. Amachitas babangena and everything. I don't even have a decent pair of jeans or don't do it for people. Don't do it for people. We have our brothers and sisters today in jail because of they wanted to prove a point. Nathi sohamba so shy score so that I can show them ukuthi I have joined the better group. We're going to do our own shoplifting. We're going to steal the most expensive cell phones. We're going to steal the perfumes and everything, and we're going to enter them. So bangena njoba ku December. We want to be seen as it's December. You plan now because of you saw your friends, they got a score, whatever, they went to steal money or whatever way they've got money. It doesn't matter. But now you want to go and do something because of you want to prove the point. To who? Why? Why? If somebody decides they no longer need you in their lives, they are okay with you in their lives, you're no longer a subscriber that they consider in their lives, learn to move on. Learn to accept and to move on first. Then you can do a self-introspection to say, where did I go wrong in that relationship or in this relationship that I'm living or that I'm considering to live? Where did I go wrong? What happened? You need to ask yourself that. Because for you to learn, you cannot learn by lying to yourself. But if you're going to tell everybody that cares to listen to you to say, yeah, they left me because of they no longer want to chill with me because of I'm no longer working with them, what. I lost my job in Mpumalanga. Yes, I lost my job in Mpumalanga. And many people that I was there for them, they were not there for me. They couldn't even buy me airtime. But it was my life to live. I had to move on. That's why I was not bitter at them. I had to move on and to do things for myself, not to prove a point to them. Because if I wanted to prove a point to them, I wouldn't have moved out of Mpumalanga. I would have stayed in Mpumalanga and try to make it in Mpumalanga. Why? Because of I want to prove a point to certain individuals to say, yeah, you fight me at work and everything, Lokuzana, whatever, showing bitterness and everything. They've done so much bad things to me. But I moved on. And I didn't look back. Why? Because I've built a wall behind me. Because it was to me, it's not about proving a point. To me, it's about proving myself what I can bounce back again. I can stand up again. I don't want to stand up and dance for my enemies. I want to be able to stand up and move on. Not to stand up and dance to I'm not into that. And I advise you guys to say, don't prove a point to make somebody else to be jealous, to say, no, I want them to see me better. If somebody says this relationship is no longer working, we have grown apart, I want us to separate, or I want a divorce if it's a marriage, and everything. Yes, it hurts. I'm still going to do the video about the scars of divorce. It's very deep. Yes, it's painful. Unless you were waiting for that divorce all your life. But if somebody says, no, this is over, even if you feel now, Oguti, it's over. However, they leave you with a scar. But that scar don't cure that scar or that wound that is inside you to prove a point to them, Oguti, you can make it better without them. No, don't do that. You're wasting your time. Don't compete with people that they want nothing to do with you, because no matter what you can do, it will remain the same unless they were not sure of what they were talking about. But let's assume, Uguti, what they were talking about, they know it, and they know it very well, Uguti. They've heard it. And accept it, Uguti. Now you must be able to say, Uguti, but Nami, if ever it was me, I wouldn't have stayed in this relationship. Nami, if ever it was me, I wouldn't have stayed in this marriage. Nama would have done the same if ever she did this, if ever he did this. Remember that if you make a divorce an option, one day you are going to use that option, because it's one of your options. It's a matter of choose the correct answer from the brackets. Choose the correct answer from the brackets. If ever somebody says to you, what would you do if you find your woman cheating? If you find your man cheating? No, I will kill them. Trust me, you are going to kill them one day, because you have that thing of being a killer when inside you that you are going to execute one day. But if ever you listen to this video very well, when I say to you, don't bounce back to prove a point. No. I've seen, actually I've heard about these other characters in life, what they do. They will break up with a person. This lady broke up with a guy, and this lady changed the name, or rather created a Facebook account, and then got some pictures, I don't know how, and then invited the guy, on the social media. Then the guy accepted the invite. Then this lady then came in as a friend of this fake account, now showing herself who is she. So all she did, it was for this guy to see, now I'm better. Yabo? Now I got a good guy. Not you with the airbag. Now I've got my guy with a six-pack, scholarship and everything. These guys the guys that lifts. Yeah, they got the hang and everything. And then Batin, I'm fine with you with your drum magazine on your waist, but does it really worth it? Does all these efforts of creating accounts, what, does it really work it? Does he really cares, or she really cares who you are dating, or it will be a matter of good luck to your new partner? Others, they'll go to that extent. However, I've seen the bounce back to prove it to somebody else a lot on friendships rather than relationships. Most of the time, relationships sharp. Unless we stay in the same area and there's being one of you is a bit childish and everything, then one will want to prove a point and everything. But let's talk about the guys who like friends. You were together, you were driving together, you went out with girls, with friends together, used to have fun together, but it's time for you guys to go different ways. Remember, everybody's in your life for a reason. Maybe their reason it's over, but we still cling in there. We still like, sometimes you are friends because you work together. Suzo Kumula used to say, there's a difference between friends and a person that you grew up with. Other people don't understand that. There's a difference between a colleague and somebody that is your friend. There's a difference between a friend and somebody that you commune with. You just go together to work. I always tell guys, if I see them at work being happy, others, they become too happy that they end up joking about insults and everything. They spike each other's ass and everything. I normally say to them, guys, it's not worth it. Remember, you're not here. You are not friends. Today, you're playing. Tomorrow, it's going to be a sexual harassment. And I don't like it, but I have experienced that thing whereby somebody says to me, Prazo, do you still remember? I said, no. I said, and it will say, I worked for whatever shop. You used to say to me, I must be careful of what I say with my mouth. I ended up being fired at work for sexual harassment. And it was a pure playing. I used to play with her like that, but that time he was not in the mood because you didn't understand there's a difference between a colleague and a friend. You are not friends. You are there for one goal, to earn a salary at the end of the day, and that's it. Yes, you may call each other, hey, my brother, hey, what, but you are not. I'm not saying you won't find a friendship in a job space. You can. But don't assume everybody that you laugh with is your friend. You are lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself. So don't ever want to bounce back to prove a point. We're in festive season, we're in December. There are people today who are going to forget to go to Gajliwa. They need to go back to work next year, or they need to go bounce back in terms of to do something with their lives next year, whether it's business or what. They want to use all they have this festive season to prove a point. You know what you've promised yourself. You know what you've promised yourself. You know very well. What is that you wanted to achieve before the end of the year. The money is there. The same money you expected. You said you're going to use your bonus to build a room, to fix, to change those window frames, to change that door, to paint that house. At least to have a structure of your room. Just a structure. Without a roof. And then you'll see a roof next year, December. It's okay. Because you are running your own race. But suddenly, amachita, girls, they are going out somewhere and you want to be part of them. Suddenly, when you forgot about all your dreams, everything that you wanted to achieve, you forgot about them. I don't know whether should I say you forgot about them or you now ignoring. It's no longer your priority. All that you need now is to go and impress amajita abantwana. And you're going with a cycle of friends that you know your ex is going to be there. Your ex-friend, your ex-boyfriend, your ex-girlfriend. Whatever ex, that's your ex-colleague is going to be there. You want to show them, you are now in a better positions. How many people do you know who are smart dressers? It's like top dogs. They go to these stores that it's like there's a aircon, like a very powerful aircon inside there. But no, show more because there's no one there. It's people who have money that goes there. But they only go there to impress, to prove a point. That's why when you get to the healer, you don't get what you want, because you went to the healer for wrong reasons. That's it. I want to close it there with that note. That's why many of us are not getting help traditionally, are not getting help. Ancestors are not looking at our side because we want to prove a point. Your healer tells you to say, your grandmother is complaining that you are not doing anything for her. She's the one that does things for you. Your grandmother is the one that do things for you. So your grandmother wants something. You need to do something. Umsebenzi. Something small for her. I want you to listen to this. Let me wipe my sweat. I want you to listen to this. The healer says to you, your ancestors, your grandmother to be specific, wants you to do something for her, to show gratitude for her. Listen to the guy who's doing it for amajita, who's doing it to prove a point. You saw me doing a ritual, but you don't know our understanding of what we did. The level of understanding. I'm your friend. We're given the same task by different healers to say, your grandmother, they're talking to both of us differently. Your grandmother wants you to do something for her because she's the one who's been doing things for you. We have been told differently. Then when you were as friends, you came to mine when I did it. And now you are doing it. Sometimes truly so, or you just feel what you want to do it. I call it the language of ancestors. It's okay. It's not about being told you must do something for your parents. Sometimes it has to come from within you. It's okay. But where you lose it because of you are chacharach, you want to impress people that don't even know what you're doing. You're going to slaughter a goat. You've already bought 2 ships to accommodate spin dry, to accommodate friends. You've had a tent. You've had a DJ and everything. Guys, in the morning or a Friday evening at home, we'll be doing things for ancestors and everything. The following day, we just chill. We're going to have a catering company and everything. We're going to have fun and everything. Listen here, you've lost it. You have lost it. Forget it. It was a bribe. Yes, because when you wanted to impress, to you it has nothing to do with your grandmother anymore. It has everything to do with your friends. You want to impress. You're now using the money that you should have maybe used the same money for what? Same money maybe to do that small ceremony for your grandmother. and then you should have taken the rest of the money and did something in the yard that as you have invited your grandmother back into your life, you have shown gratitude. You want her to see, Oguti, it's not only you that are getting happy, even her house is getting developed. Changing windows, changing a door. Sometimes it's not a matter of changing windows. Maybe you change the handles, change the door handles and everything, replace the windows, buy the curtain rails, buy new curtains, and that's it. But you took all their money, boom. Then you go to the hill and say, yeah, this guy, I don't know how he makes it in life. He has everything. I remember when he did umsebenzi wakubo, as if he's doing a favor to ancestors. Lalela, you can't boast for ancestors. You can't show off to ancestors. Ancestors have so much luck, so much money that it can spoil the hell of your community sometimes. You can't. You can't. You don't ever think ukuthi wena you can impress wena ungaba isikhothane of ancestors when you want to show. I've done a video to say your ancestors don't care about your qualifications because they are even more educated than you think. Same with money. This thing that we do is a small ceremony that you're supposed to do. You turn it to a party, you add teachers and everything. The next thing, there's a fight. Why? We invited even the wrong people. But you want to compete with a person, the time he was told to say, there's a ceremony that you need to do for a grandmother. They understood the assignment very well. They bought the goat. They did African beer, did everything. They bought what basic stuff and everything. And they performed, they spoke there with candles, yellow and blue, or any other colors, according to the healer and everything. The following day, people are eating and everything. When you pass by, you just say, I wonder what is happening there. I just saw people sitting under the tree, eating some meat and everything. That's it. It's over. That's it. Kaput. Stand. Your ancestors will say, yes, now we need to show you how things are done and everything. Then the ancestors do what? They release. They release Mashankuran. Now you're able to buy this. You're able to pay off this. You pay off your car. Now you're able to do this. Now you're able to do this. Why? Because you have humbled yourself on your ancestors. You didn't go to your ancestors and boasted. You have humbled yourself to say, here I am. Make me the instrument for me to develop this household so that you'll be proud of me. When you want something, I do it for you. And then when I ask for something, you do it for me. And then you're done. There's a difference. We both slaughtered goats, but I slaughtered for my ancestors. You have slaughtered for us, for your friends, to impress. Abanye, you go there in the morning. When you get there, he's wearing his two-piece overalls. He's working, he's busy and everything. Then now the tent has been decorated, and then now it's going to change and dress smart and everything because it's going to be introduced, to Eva and everything. It's no longer a ceremony. It's a bride. It's a party. Forget it. If you think that is still a ceremony, it's a party. Why? Because you want to prove a point. You want to bounce back to prove a point. All you are doing is to prove a point. You prove a point using wrong people, but asking from the right person or right people, which is ancestors. So we need to be careful in terms of if we say we want to bounce back in life. Remember, when we wake up every morning, it's a hope came true. It's a hope came true. Otherwise, we could have slept forever. So if we're given a second chance to live, after an accident, I said, yes, I've lost phones, I've lost that, I lost that. I need to pay for this car, I need to do this and everything. But I said to myself, for as long as I'm alive, I'm going to do that. The fact that I didn't die on that accident, I'm going to do that. And I'm not proving a point to anyone. I'm doing the right thing. And let's say you are in a wrong for a very long of time in a relationship. And you're trying to change now, not for the relationship, for yourself. Because if you change for the relationship, which means you want to bounce back to impress that person, you change for yourself, not just for a relationship or a friendship. But at the end of the day, do it for yourself. Remember, you are running the race alone. Yes, there are other people, because the other people that you are living, they are also running their own race, but you are in your own compartment. You are in your own, it's like you are running inside the passage with long walls, very thick, long walls that you can't even hear the footsteps of others running on the other side, or crying or complaining or giving up in life. That's how you need to live our lives. Then we are going to be happy. But for as long as we want to live our lives to impress, we will see. All I can say is good luck. If we want to live our lives to impress, all I can say, good luck. That's all I can say. Don't forget to get your copy, because it's going to guide you throughout the crossover that we are going to do very soon. We're starting the fasting on the 25th of December. We'll be fasting, and then the fasting is going to end on the 31st. Then we start the prayer, the whole of until the 7th. Then we are done. We're going to have different topics as we normally do. Many people saying to me, Koko, don't drop us like you dropped us last year. No, I was taken, spiritually taken. You know, I couldn't. You know, I was just, my spirit just decided to be selfish, to close me down, and not to be able to connect with you guys. I had a problem with the phone, emotional was not right, my mind was not straight and everything, but I was continuing doing with my prayer. And there's your guide. It's available. We got other copies. There was a phase whereby we ran out of copies. We've got new copies now from the printers. Smelling very fresh from the printers. And get yourself a copy. Remember, we have a lot of what you call holidays. So as you are making a booking, try to be as quick as possible. We are not closing at the office, but obviously on the 25, 26 we are not available, on the 1st we are not available. All those special days that are holidays, we are not going to be available. So get yourself a copy. Our WhatsApp is 083-533-9183. 083-533-9183. You can also call the office line is 035-032-0188. 035-032-0188 or 0189. 0188 or 0189. 035-032. Tozan bakoko nomkhulu sarikwazi ndoda. Tozan.